Hey, hey, hey. Hey there, sexy souls. Okay, so we're going to do a coffee and tarot. Obviously, this is not live. I think I'm going to switch a little more to some of the pre-recorded as I'm feeling prompted to do so. I think that it's also going to allow me to kind of rein in the energy and like the length of these videos so that I can produce more and get more messages out, because I'm feeling called to do other types of messages as well. So to make things easier, we're doing it pre-recorded. Okay, so yeah, grab your coffee. I already have mine. Add a little bit of chocolate. It's already cooled down. You ever have a mug that like you try to heat something up and the mug gets hotter than the contents? And I'm like, so it tells me that this is not really shouldn't be used for the microwave. But I love it. I love it. And so I'm like, I try real hard and then I burn my lip on the mug and the coffee's like meh. Anywho. Alrighty, so go ahead and grab whatever cup you want. Get you some wine, get you some tea, matcha, lemon water, I don't care. Whatever it is that you can settle in with and cozy up with. And let's see if there's a message for you today. Now, as always, I need to remind you that I am one person. I know, right? I know. I'm so magical. You'd think I'd be able to do more, but I cannot. I cannot read for all 7 billion plus people on this planet. So, quick reminder, not everything that I read is for you, and that's okay. All right? So if you feel like it's not for you, move along. Or stick around, because there's a lot of things that people tend to get from readings that are not for them. But sometimes there's a little message or understanding, and it's like, ooh, a different perspective. So by all means, you can totally stick around, but please, do not try to Cinderella this shit to make it fit. Okay? Awesome. So, oh, and this is weird and woo-woo, and I'm Water Woman, so there you go. Alrighty, let's get started here. I know, I breathe. That's how I get the energy moving and pumping. I apologize. Some people don't like mouth breathers. I understand. Okay, so we're gonna do my lovely little combination deck, okay? This is Oracle of Emanations and the Oracle of Souls, done by Angelarium. Alrighty, and I've combined them into one nice little deck. Now, I'm gonna tell you, when I work with Oracle decks, there's a certain set that I will read from the book because they are so heavily infused with the intention of the creator, right? And so they have a specific meaning that comes along with them. And I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, right? So I absolutely will channel with them, but I will read from the book as well, because a lot of times there's something very specific in there that I feel like needs to be said. So if you're not the kind of person that likes to hear somebody read, now these aren't very long things, then I may not be your shtick. I may not be it, which is perfectly a-okay. Alrighty, but I like to tell people, so you know what to expect. Angel of Time. We're getting one more. Or 2 more. Okay? Okay. 2 more. Fine. So this one came out face up. This one came out face down. Angel of Divination and Angel of Mysteries. Just so you're aware, sometimes when things like this come out, now the channel is called Weird Woo Woo, okay? So here's the deal. It can get weird. And that's just me. That's my personality. Just FYI. It can also get woo-woo. It's literally in the channel name. If that's, again, not your shtick, by all means, feel free to click off. But I'm just giving you the preemptive warning that we're about to go there. potentially. Okay. All right, so let me pull out, and this is all from the, it's all from the same deck. What? Okay, so let's whip this out. We've got Rimph, Estebus, and Raziel. I don't like the way I say this angel's name. Raziel. Like, doesn't that sound like the dude from the Smurfs? Or the cat. Doesn't he go, Raziel? Like that kind of thing, right? Isn't that the cat that he... Some of you younger ones don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm showing my age. So let's go with, we're going to start with, they want me to go left to right. I usually do the center card as the overall energy, but they want me to read it like it's a story right now, okay? So we're going to start with Rimph. And this freaking book, it's not alphabetical. And it's not by number. Like, there's no way to find out what page is what's on what. I need to create my own for like 2 years, I've been saying. Like, it'll tell you where the things are in English and stuff. But like where you can find the card, that's what I need to do. I'm going to write the pages, page numbers and stuff like that for the different things up here for me. I have said that for 2 years. I don't really know if I'm really going to do that, but I need to. Okay? Y'all can call me out if you want to. So we're going to start with Rimph, which is the angel of time. So, eternal and forever burning, Rimph is the movement through space measured out with depth precision. For I tell you what, this retrograde. Our footsteps upon the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. I love to talk about this. Like, I love all the people that want to be like, time is not real. Time is real. And time is very pertinent to this. It may not be the traditional definition as humans, you know, utilize it, but it by all means, and it's more expansive than what we think. But time is very real. Time is the measurement. Time is measured by the actions we take between point A and point B, between two markers, you know, and so it's measured by that, and therefore it is real. That's a whole other shtick and spiel. All right, so let me get this out of the way. Our footsteps upon the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. One by one, we tick and talk, and every life is counted. Even those lives pass. We are all sand and seconds and moments, all fleeting. Fire burns until it doesn't. Lives are lived until they aren't. Dreams are dreamt until we wake. Rimph stands by all of this, counting. What better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life into Angelarium? This deck follows the tree of life, by the way. Rimph walks between the pillars of past and present. What we do between 2 points of measure, turning every corner in every second. Rimph's movements can be seen in our own as a fulcrum between moments. I feel like this is talking about what we choose. Like, time has meaning based upon what we choose to do with our actions. Time well spent, time wasted. They're giving me the essence of sometimes like how something can feel slow and fast, like time speeding by, but time slowing down. And it's all based upon the measurements of movement that we do. That's the real understanding of time. There's a reason that's going to come into play in the message. Let's go ahead and move on. Angel of Divination here, Estebus. I don't want to hear it if I'm saying things wrong. They don't even give us, like, how to say something here. I know I haven't looked it up, so whatever. Estebus. There's Raziel. I found you. You've called its name, and so it has come. But you do not command what is foretold. Estebus can only be an uncertain ally in these mercurial times. Estebus reveals the ever-shifting rhythm of the skies and beckons us to observe the alignment of signs. Something is seen in the clouds, in the leaves, in the shadows. Something as glorious as fate. You observe something that could not, must not be real. Curiosity is your call to action. You are compelled to go. There is a call to action here. Like a time is of the essence, and that your life is measured by what you choose to do with it. There's a sense of fate coming in. And Raziel talks about, he is the angel of mysteries, the keeper, the speaker of truth. All knowledge is pressed within the binding of his book. Raziel stands at the foot of the tree of life and observes all creation. Ever the diligent witness, forever transcribing the whole of creation, the book is passed to Enoch through his journey into the tree of life. The journey through the tree of life is much like the journey of the fool. It's obviously discussed in a different capacity, but it's the same thing. You know, like there's a journey that one goes through. So they are similar in that capacity. It describes a journey of life. There are some things we simply cannot know, such as the precious narrative of life. We can know the parts of the play, but not the story's end. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. Raziel, wrapped on high, our ever-present observer, we dream and feel the book of mysteries. Our breath turns its pages. Exhale. They're really talking about the story of your life unfolding and answering the call of fate and allowing your time here to be spent taking action and movement towards that without always knowing every detail ahead of time. Okay, let's see what they want to say in regards to this. We're going to pull, okay, this is the Azathoth Tarot. I feel like this is saying there's a difference between like time wasted, meaning like not taking action towards something because you're not aware of every detail of the story, and they're like, but you do feel called to something, and they're asking you to go ahead and take action despite not knowing all of the details of it, because you know that that's the whole point of this story. That's the whole point of this experience. If you're told ahead of time, it changes the way in which something unfolds, and it changes how we experience it. Because a lot of times certain details, when they are disclosed to us, can dictate how we choose to move, right? We start seeing it through a different lens, as if it is something being placed upon us versus a choice. And so strength. Yeah, it takes courage to do this. Somebody has an exceptional amount of anxiety about taking action towards something they feel called towards because they just can't see how this is going to pan out. Then we have the Fool. Somebody's afraid to start. Somebody's afraid to take a leap of faith. I think the Fool is very fitting with Raziel because the idea of not really knowing anything, that's why it's called the Fool's Journey. He goes out not having a clue about how things are going to pan out, about what lays ahead. He's just trusting in taking that adventure. We need to talk, I think, about the adventure in and of itself, specifically. Wee doggy. Okay, we're going to pull this out. Why does this is more than one card? What the fact that somebody has had some hella negative experiences with commitments they've made in the past. We got the Hierophant, which we got the Two of Cups, and I would say with the Six of Cups, it's like this has like your past experiences with love and higher level commitments. Some people may have actually been married or committed to the point of like getting engaged or moving in together, or you were in a long-term relationship, but that didn't seem to bode well. You felt like it's futile. It literally says it right here, futility. Seven of Swords is like feeling deceived. Now this could be you deceived yourself. It could be deceived by the other person, or deceived in the notion and idea of marriage, higher level commitments, or even making any type of commitment. Feeling deceived by institutions that you may have committed to. You're afraid to go down that route because of what you've been through before. So you're hesitating, you are withholding action. Then we have Justice. This is like reaping the rewards of your actions. Ooh, or the lack thereof. Like the justice you receive is going to be dependent upon what you do with what you feel called to do. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, like what you choose to do and not do will heavily influence what, quote unquote, as some people deem it, karma, which really isn't karma, but you know what I mean, what you encounter in this life. The only way to really get your justice, per se, is to follow your truth. She's got the sword right here, okay? There's a balance between the masculine and the feminine, and a balance between the heart and, you know, like, what is her name? Oh my gosh. You know the one that's the scales. Why do I feel like I have it on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it? Anubis? Is that what yeah, Anubis? Am I saying it correctly? I think I am. Isn't it amazing that they're showing me the scales, like your heart on one side and the fear on the other, which weighs your heart down, which it's like, I think the feather, when your heart is weighed with the feather, it's that level of freedom to follow your heart, what you feel called to do, what you feel that when you are an allowance of love and sharing that with the world, right? As opposed to, help me say this, Spirit, like, when you have the freedom to follow your heart, because they're showing me a heart that is weighed down by the density of fear. So that would come into the whole time, like your actions, your movements, all of that being dictated by the fear rather than the heart space. And so if you live from your heart in your life, that is how, and follow your truth, that is how justice can come in. Okay, so they're really heavily talking about allowing yourself to enjoy life again, because we've got the pleasure card down here, which is the Six of Cups. It's a return to joy. It is no longer being in the Five of Cups energy, focusing on all that, but it is a return to joy. And I see the fear from that which has occurred in the past is the thing that is, and I want to move these up to make sure you can see a lot of this, that fear is what's preventing you from taking this leap of faith. You got the Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords energy, and it takes courage. So what exactly, you know, I mean, we can talk about like following your heart, blah, 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 but it's like, why is, two things here. What is the adventure? Which I'm going to make the assumption they're talking about love right now. Really, I am. But two, why is this something that's like, what exactly are you supposed to do? I don't know why I feel like saying this. What do you got to do to prove that you're open to this adventure? Because I get the sense that somebody really just wants something to show up. Therefore, they can... Okay, Spirit's saying this is really about making all your choices and decisions from your heart space. But there's a highlight on relationships, connections. I can't get away from that between the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. Let's find out what they want to say about this. Where are we going? All right, so we're doing the Starman Tarot here, guys. And of course, my tiny little hands sometimes have the difficulty, but I get it going. I get it going. The only thing about these awkwardly created decks is, you know, the ability to actually shuffle them and how little they take into account small-handed people. What exactly do you want? Like, it begs the question, am I supposed to do something prior? It feels like they're asking you to do something before. Is it just a matter of opening up? I don't know why it feels like I'm supposed to do something before love shows up. I'm like, okay. It feels like they're telling me to start something when it's not in my environment right now. Let's address that first. Hanged Man. And they want you to get out of this mindset. They want you to remove the fear and anxiety surrounding love, relationships. Okay, hold on. There's this sense of taking some time to address this anxiety and this fear you have around deceit, deception, whether it's a deception that you're going to deceive yourself, that you won't be able to see something clearly, or that others will deceive you. Or maybe there is something in specific that you hold. They're showing me somebody that has a fear that it's not specifically about love, but it is like something that you hold, like a self-belief or just a belief period about something in specific about relationships. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, I could never be in a relationship with X, Y, and Z. I couldn't be with somebody that does X, Y, and Z. I couldn't be, you know, obviously they're not asking you to break anything that's unhealthy, but there is a belief that is held, like a limitation, like you're putting up a stop sign for love that's blocking it. Like you're putting conditions on it that it's not from a place of knowing what's in alignment with you and honoring that. It's in a place of fear. And that's why it exists there. It's almost as if like the person who never dates somebody who is really buff and popular, like they have an exceptional amount of friends and they get attention everywhere they go, they will not date someone like that because they feel like that it would never be reciprocated. It would just end up badly. that they wouldn't have anything in common with them, that like there might be a self-worth issue there where it's like I could never be, I'd always be afraid that they're going to cheat kind of thing. Like there's some type of belief that is putting up a stop sign to love. And so they're asking for swords is like that meditative stance where Hanged Man, get a different perspective. See this differently. See the possibility of something, right? Differently. Like sometimes you can meet somebody and see their outward, like there's an outward persona that other people may talk about, and it stops you from engaging with this person. But it's like what the persona that people discuss about this person, or like it's like gossip and things like that, is not who they really are. And so it's like maybe stop utilizing, oh, we talked about that, always utilizing external things to validate something or to help dictate the way in which you make decisions and moves. So okay, so there's something, either there's a person that you have your eye on and there's a person that you've encountered, or there's a type of personality or a type of individual you have usually steered clear from. And it's usually because that type of persona or person has a lot of like storytelling that's around it, like what people would say, and it's prevented you from connecting with that individual or those types of individuals who hold that type of characteristic or behavior, because you feel like you believe the external gossip or stories, and so you have it framed in your mind that those behaviors mean this. X always equals Y kind of thing, and that's not the case. And because of that, you stop. It stops you from engaging, okay? It stops you from going there. And it's like they really want you to get back into the energy of the High Priestess, which is utilizing your internal compass and your internal knowing, and tapping in, they're telling me, tapping into the vibration and frequency of things versus the stories, the words, the gossip, the image that you see. It is trusting your own internal compass more than what you've been programmed with. Okay, they were talking, I got it, we're getting there. So the programming or being trained, right, could be because of some of the things that you went through in the past. It could be because of what you've witnessed. It could be because somehow what some people have said have lined up with other encounters that you've had. So you just made this it's like a cookie cutter assumption that you have in regards to, and it's almost as if like the thing that you tend to steer clear of, or the one thing that would make you move away from a person or like automatically dismiss it, may be present in a person that's meant to come into your life, may be present in that situation, and they're like, you don't really know. That's where it's like it's a major perception difference that needs to happen, seeing things differently. And so it's kind of taking that reprieve to cleanse and kind of have that clean slate about things. It's not asking you to let go of your discernment or let go of your wisdom. By all means, like when you're entering into something, pay attention to red flags. But there may be something that you have associated as a red flag, and it's one of those things where it's not cookie cutter. It can't be applied across the board. And so it's like one experience or from your past has now colored every person, situation, or circumstance that has that aspect to it. Or you're listening to others because you lack you're listening to others about what they say about somebody because you lack faith in your own discernment. In your own decision making, in your own clarity. And so there's a level of getting to the High Priestess status of always looking at something from the point of view, not from fear or programming, but what is right for you, and not placing that cookie cutter mold on everybody. Princess of Pentacles is because that needs to happen, because something is meant. If we look at the High Priestess mixed with the Page of Pentacles, something is meant to come into your life that will be exceptionally fruitful and beneficial to you, because look, she's pregnant here. Okay. And so and like all of these legs, like a new beginning is meant to start for you. And there is a sense of hesitation on your part to take that leap of faith. And it's like, so it's almost like, because we've got Raziel here, we were talking about, well, I don't really know. I don't know if it's going to work out. I feel called to something, High Priestess. I feel like I'm interested, but I'm allowing any training, programming, past experience to dictate whether or not I take action towards something, because I don't really know. Like, that seems too risky because of X, Y, and Z, because of what I know, or because of what people say. And so I don't want to take that leap of faith. And they're like, you can't know every single thing. And because of that, quit assuming and making decisions like you know everything. Ooh, okay. All right, okay. So tell us about this adventure. Tell us how it's going to be an adventure. Put the light somewhere else this next time. All right, let's take a look at this. You're holding yourself in a space of lack, of not receiving. Okay, for someone out there, your financial status is what is preventing you from allowing the next step in love, for you to take any type of action or to be in the state of allowance. High Priestess. It's like your poverty, your sense of instability with finances, or just not liking where you're at financially, has consumed your focus, has consumed your thoughts, and is dictating whether you feel. Now, this can take legitimate things where it's like, you know what, I don't even like my wardrobe anymore. I've not even been able to go out and get like a decent outfit in so long because everything goes to just the necessities. It could be a sense of, you know, I haven't really even been able to take care of myself. I don't have the products to put in my hair. I don't have, I haven't had a haircut in a long time. I haven't, like, there's this sense of potential financial constraint that creates a larger overall vortex of lack. Like it permeates, okay? But someone just doesn't feel like they're in the right space. So this may be it goes two ways, they're saying. A limiting belief on yourself that is stopping you from love, but it's like you're assuming other people wouldn't want to do that, wouldn't want to go there with you because of where you're at in your life and how your finances are looking, or how you don't have what you think you should have in life at this point. And the question is that because there's some kind of like past programming that you have gone into to make you believe that, or have you yourself given time, energy, and attention in situations where people were not in the space, like their focuses were completely elsewhere, and you're like, you know what, that never worked out, so I know it's just not a good scenario. Like you're projecting on them, like whoever would come in would see this and only this. Whatever you feel like, okay, now I get it. Whatever you feel like is missing, though, you feel like there's some sense of something missing, or just there's a solution to that. Whoever this is, like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, like, the lack permeates you from being able to take any action from your heart space right now. You feel very stagnant. And it's almost as if you're like, whatever is missing, we're going to use the poverty card for whatever aspect or piece or something that might be missing that you have to highly focus on in your life. You feel like you can't move forward or take any action because you don't know if it's going to either address this, make it worse, those types of things. So there is a sense of feeling called to a person or even a situation. Let's move this broader again. It could not just be about a person. It could be about wanting to move in a direction that you feel really called to, something that speaks to your heart, and feeling like you are sequestered or having to take action, not based upon what your heart wants, but based upon what this limitation or a lack in your life is compelling you towards, right? Which would then, again, if we get back to the Anubis or the scales, the Justice card right here, where it's like that weighs your heart down because you're not taking action according to your truth, according to what your heart feels called to do. And so it weighs your entire energy down and permeates your entire life. There's a solution that comes in for this. Whatever this is, there is a solution to help address that aspect piece that's missing, whether it be money or something else. Because the Judication card is all about solutions to something. And the official person can just be an energy, like this is happening, it's official, this is going to happen. There is a new start that's about to happen for somebody. Something new is going to come in that's going to act as the solution for that, so that you can get into the energy of acting from your heart space. Okay, so if this is in regards to a person, it's like when this comes in, whatever the solution is, I feel like we've had this reading before. Whatever the solution is that comes in will help you to take some time to recalibrate, okay? It's like before you take any action, once this comes in, once this solution to this problem, this lack, this thing that you feel holds you back, like it's literally like something addresses that, okay? Even if it's a belief, like something will address that. But they're like, that's not enough. It's not enough to just address it. You're going to have to go within, Four of Swords, and do some recalibration. Hanged Man, get a different perspective. You need to cleanse that palette. That's why they said it is a clean slate. Cleanse that palette and get rid of that thought process because it's permeating your energy right now. And so it's going to impact more than just one area of life. So Spirit's like, even if the tangible solution comes in, there's something that you need to address and get rid of it. Like wipe it clean. Make sure it's out of your energetic field. Cleanse it, okay? Because there is a faded new start that's coming in. Okay, so tell us about the okay. Yeah, it's like your worries and concerns and your the stress of whatever this is has you. The Courthouse card is about compromising, negotiating, trying to find a middle ground, trying to find a balance, right? And it's like whatever's coming in, whatever is meant to happen, this solution is going to neutralize the power of this. There's still something that you have to do to recalibrate. Once that is removed, okay, once that lack, that thing that void that's happening, whatever it is, something comes in, a solution to address that, but it's like twofold. You can't just have something come in materially in the physical and not address something spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that kind of thing. So you're gonna have to rid that. Because this was compromising love coming in, period, point blank, or choosing things from a state of love. And they want to get you to a place because the whole idea of the courthouse card is that negotiation, mediating, and coming to some term of like agreement, or some type of like there's like a energy of cooperation and oh, what is the word? Collaborative, right? So it's like Spirit's like, we can do one aspect and address that, but you have to do the other so that we can clear the path for this. You need to be open to the idea. They want this addressed because whatever poverty is got you in this stressful tension, lack state, right? And so they're like, there's a cooperation that needs to occur, and almost like a let's come to an agreement here, okay? I'll do this and you have to do this, okay? Like we got to work together on this, all right, in order to allow this to come through. So it's like you will compromise. There we go. Why are the C words difficult for me today? I don't understand. Okay, like there's a compromise here. It's like, if we take care of this, we need you to work on changing your focus. Okay, so like, even if this isn't love, it's like you're choosing something that doesn't speak to your heart. You're choosing it because you feel like you were forced into it because of whatever this issue is. And they're saying, okay, if we take care of this issue, you have to work on taking action from your heart space towards what you feel called and drawn to. Okay, and so you're gonna have to remove any internal barriers and fears that might still be left over from having to deal with whatever this was. And that way you can move towards it. So there's like this compromise that's being made between you and Spirit. Do we get to know? Oh. Nice. We got Great Fortune, Main Male, and Privileged Lady. It's as if the actions become so much easier. Like there's going to be a positive turn. The solution comes in. You can, it's stepping into, first off, this could be two people being brought together exceptionally. You know, with Wealthy Male, I know that in this deck they try to say is the match to the Privileged Lady. But I feel like the Main Male sees the Privileged Lady's worth. He values her. The way in which he perceives her is very elevated. So if this is a person, it is being able to bring these two in. You're exactly what someone has been looking for, desiring and wishing for. On the flip side, whatever this is, the Great Fortune being coming in and taking care of things, means that you're able to step into your masculine and take action with ease towards something, which is, again, what time is all about. It is what you do with it. It's what you choose to do with your actions in a given space between 2 points. And so that's what determines, like, that is how we measure time. It's through actions, not through seconds. And so they're saying, like, somehow there's something about being able to take action towards something becomes so much easier. I guess we're not going to get specific on the sense of adventure that is whatever this new thing is. We're going to keep it broad, but I'm going to pull one more time and see if there's anything else. What about this solution? Can we talk about the solution then? Is there anything that you can share with us on what this solution is? When it's going to come? How it's going to show up? Any of that? There's a sense of needing to cut your resistance out to a person or to taking action. Ooh, okay, I'm trying to ask about what the new beginning is. Yeah, because this new, okay, the new beginning is for a lot of people, there is a person coming in. A person that's meant to come in. Look at this bear looking at like, I dare you to come here. Because the bear has like a very aggressive, protective energy. And they're like, cut that shit out. Your fear of being taken advantage of, or your fear of someone not being good for you. Okay, whatever's coming in, or whoever. We're going to stick with whoever at this point. Whoever is being introduced into your life, you fear, because it's like the idea and notion that there's some kind of like, again, Seven of Swords, dishonesty or deception, whether you can't trust yourself or it's them. Like, this fear is the obstacle, and it is going, that is what is going to be removed. This is, you can stop that. This is a very exceptionally positive situation. There's a lot of good luck for you. So this new person, it's a yes. It's a victory. It is so good for you. So there's a new person that's meant to come into your life. And your lack of trust, either in yourself or them, or situations, or feeling like there's something in your life that there's wrong perceptions about it, like because something exists, this can't come about. But something's about to come to light. All right, we're just gonna finish this up and then we'll be done. It's like you're gonna, something is gonna come to light. With the moon card, I've got the energy of like, you know, like a light shining down in a dark place, an area in which you're confused. And then the lily is like wisdom. It's like you're gonna gain, again, we are talking about the Hangman, a different perspective. The solution is going to allow something to come to light. Like, if you're buying into either an old experience and you're projecting it onto somebody else, or the gossip, or what people are saying, some clarity is going to come that's actually going to let you know what the real truth is, and you're going to become wise to something. Alrighty, so fantastic. I'm going to leave it here. Sometimes we just dance in circles around things, and I don't want to do that. So hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will be back later this week.